What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Hope you're all having a blessed day. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way in. You dig? Today, we're going to be getting into 1090 Jake on how he became who he was, pretty much what he does on YouTube, you know? And so, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's explained it many times. So, a lot of people probably already know, but let's get into it.
Okay. But in terms of like your content, what has changed since we did that last interview? Because sometimes I see you experimenting a little bit here and there and doing different types of things. Like I remember I seen a video that I think was one of the lesser viewed videos on your channel in recent memory, and it was something about somebody leaving their kids in the car and they fucking died from being in the car or something. And I was like, I remember seeing the title and being like, that's outside the usual 1090 Jake wheelhouse.
Well, it's not though.
Okay.
Right?
Because the first interview that we did, when you started like watching a lot of my shit and was shouting me out in the beginning, I was covering all aspects of crime, from crazy shit to, you know what I mean? Then I started covering the rapper cases. That started to go up. And then the whole snitching thing just propelled it. People act like they don't want to hear who's snitching, but those videos,
They want to
That's some
hear
of your biggest shit.
right now, I
Yeah.
mean, that's a lot of what people really know me for right now. Like when I meet new people that don't know everything else, the prison videos that I was doing, my own stories, the criminal shit that I was doing.
And I fuck with 1090 Jake. I watch all of his shit. I watch all of his content. And, I mean, he usually has everything to back anything he says up. So, like, I don't know. You guys should go check out his shit. For real. Shit's good. Good shit, bud.
They know,
Good shit,
he
bud.
be the one, he be exposing the rappers.
Right. Because when I
This
have a
is number one.
conversation about you with people, it's like they know that you did prison time or whatever, but it's kind of like a mystery to them, which is sort of weird because if you had been tuned into the 1090
It's
Jake
all
channel
out there.
early, it's like that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then at some point you kind of pivoted into doing all this.
I'll say when he first made his YouTube channel, it was pretty much stories about him in prison and what he's seen and what he done.
Outsider stuff. But would you have been the kind of guy who was like rabidly paying attention to the YSL trial before it became your job to sort of document this stuff? Because for me, even like, you know, sometimes it's like, wow, I'm really tapped in with like a lot of stuff underground rap wise and stuff that would I have been tuned into it if it wasn't like the thing that I was doing for a living? Like maybe not, especially not at this point in my life.
Nah, I feel like that's what surprises a lot of people when we talk about it. Like, I really don't give a fuck what rap is snitching. If I wasn't getting paid off of it, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What they got to do with me? You know what I mean? But the fact that I can show you, like, yeah, your favorite rapper that you thought was so gangster, the one that you want to be like, the whole rat.
Right.
So it was like, you know, because that was the whole reason I started doing the snitch shit. Because in the beginning, when we were doing the prison videos, like me and all the people that I brought on that I was doing time with, it always had a message with it. Like, look, we did this. It fucked us up. We had to go through all this shit. Don't do what we did. So then when I started doing the snitching shit, it was like, look, rap is influential. A lot of people will listen
Rap is very influential.
to shit and then stop wanting to do it. I mean, you can look at it with the drugs. You can look at it with the violence. Everybody, when they start rapping about 30s and switches, everybody got a 30 and a switch now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say it isn't influential. With
Right.
that being said, if you got people following in your footsteps thinking that you this super big gangster, and we showing like, look, that's not really who he is. When he got jammed up, he told. When you got jammed up, you didn't say shit. Now you got a life sentence because you thought you were gangster like him. The whole time he ain't even that.
But it is kind of a weird thing for you to put yourself into the position of being like the guy who's sort of in charge of saying who did the right thing or did the wrong thing in
yeah,
hip
but
hop,
I
right?
don't
Is that
even-
ever a lot of weight for you to take on?
Nah, because I don't really carry that weight. That's something that people try to put on me. Like, who put him in charge? Nobody put me in charge.
Yeah, this
I
is
just
YouTube.
figured out how
Do
to
whatever
get
you
this
want,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the people that criticize what the fuck I do can't read a piece of paper. That's why you ain't in charge, because you can't read an arrest report. You don't know how to fucking talk, never mind read. So if you could figure it out, then you could start doing what I'm doing. Because
Right.
nobody has a problem. That's the thing. Nobody had a problem with anything that I've done in the beginning.
Right.
Everyone had a problem when they couldn't relate anymore. So what I mean by that is nobody had a problem when I was broke and fucked up. Nobody had a problem when I was still in the hood. But once I started making the money, getting jewelry, getting this, now you can't relate because you're stuck in the same position. You seen me go up, you stayed where you're at. Now you hating. Now you
Facts.
mad because you didn't elevate.
That is such big fucking fact.
Right.
Now they have a problem with it.
And now people who are like established personalities or established businessmen in hip hop are looking at you being like, how the fuck is this white guy able to be out here clearly having an impact on the state of the discourse in hip hop and, you know, being able to really affect people's careers and like, you know, be in a position where certain rappers, maybe their career takes a massive hit and you could kind of blame it on just in general, because realistically, if it wasn't you, it was going to be somebody else. Somebody else was going to figure out how to document this kind of stuff, but they end up looking at you and you're kind of like the scapegoat, like at a certain point, and we can get into more of the details of it in a bit, but like the Boston Richie thing, he's somebody who tried to make it personal with you because he saw the fact that you were really like the one who was kind of putting this shit on blast, right?
Yeah.
That dude made it super personal. Super personal.
I mean, when they say I'm doing this and that and it's affecting people this way, that way, I think Vlad and Lil Duval made a post saying whose career really ended from being exposed as a snitch? Who is it affected? If anything, it's promo. That's what I think they said. Something along the lines of that, right?
6ix9ine done blew the fuck up.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. How I look at it is how you got a problem with a motherfucker exposing snitches, but you got rappers killing each other, rapping about killing each other, got everybody else killing each other, but you're mad that that person snitched and somebody else exposed it, and then they try to put the whole race thing
That
into
is
it.
crazy.
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like, what's really the problem? Because everybody can talk about kill, and that's fine for the culture. Who's complaining? Who's really doing something? Like, who's stepping down on the rappers and, you know what I mean? But you expose someone as a snitch, but he made it, but he this and that. Why do you, I don't understand.
But that's the crazy thing too, is that a lot of these rappers, like some of them might have negative things to say about you. The ones who probably have a lot of positive things to say about you are pretty much not gonna say it publicly. But all the rappers who are serious about the street code and shit.
Shit, Kodak Black, shout out 1090 Jake. So apparently that dude appreciates, bro.
And I be having a bunch of them hit me up.
I was thinking you probably do, right?
But I got hit up by one of the most legendary in my eyes rappers out of the South. You know what I mean? So when I got the message from him and I read, and he's just like, yo, keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. They hating because you white, fuck them. So when I read that from him, it was just, you know, that meant everything to me. And I mean, he said he's going to speak on it when it comes time. You know, he's a recurring guest over on Vlad. So if he speak on it, he speak on it. But that's a big name for me to speak with. But I've spoken to a lot of people behind the scenes. I speak to a lot of them because nobody ever finds out who I'm talking to.
Gotta be
I'm
boozy.
not posting it. I'm not posting DMs like,
Gotta
oh,
be
yeah, guess who
boozy.
just hit me up. Da, 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 da.
I don't
But
know
there's
how
a lot
else
of
be
rappers that ain't with
reoccurring
that
on
shit.
Vlad
They
a
just
lot.
don't speak out on it because of what comes with it. It ain't even like the beef shit. It's the industry shit.
So
Johnson, you're fucked.
that's that. I honestly don't get why people get so mad when they when bro exposes them for snitching either. People be getting so heated about it. So heated. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, y'all should go check out
Mr.
his
Beast is gonna be worth over 100.
y'all should go check out his content. 1090 Jake is I fuck with his content, so yeah. Shit's good. I enjoy it. I watch it a lot. But yeah, that's that. Y'all know what to do. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and on your way out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Much love to you. Peace.